Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Musical, lyrical lingo. Every episode a new bingo. Laugh and sing, go with the flow. Tune in as the memories grow.
Hello and welcome to Musical Lyrical Lingo. We're your hosts, Tim
and LJ. Today and every week we will be discussing musicals, but specifically what they taught us.
See, you laugh at me because I take a little pause every
Millennial
time
pause.
after you give me the nod that we're recording, and then I always just take a moment because you're rattling your book and your paper, and nobody wants to hear this at the beginning of an episode. You want it to be a nice, clear, clean.
I know it's because the EP's left us again, so I'm having to do everything. But
Sure, no better woman for it, eh?
But I also did feel like your dad there, like I was conducting you.
You do give me the wee head nod. Go. I'm like, okay, but I'm just going to wait until we've got radio silence.
Okay. Just diva-esque.
Yeah, don't you go there. We all know who the diva is in this relationship. We've had it out on the podcast before. The listeners have had their say.
Okay.
Do you think their opinion of us has changed 3 seasons in?
Yeah.
As in, I'm now the diva.
You always were the diva.
No, they voted you, Lauren. From what I can.
I'm going to put it out again.
Don't do it. Talking of diva, and I love this girl. I love her to pieces. Alexandra Burke is going to be playing Chaka Khan in the musical biodrama I Am Every Woman, the musical. And it's to receive its world premiere at the Peacock Theatre in London in March next year. And this is what?
Random. Do you not think it's
random?
random?
I don't think so. I mean, Chaka Khan has lots of really... I mean, why Tina Turner and not Chaka Khan?
Okay.
And you've had the Donna Summer musical and...
Okay. Yeah.
I don't say... I mean, I'm not going, oh, why are you doing a musical on Chaka Khan? I think she'll have us... I mean, all of those divas of the time, they all have a story. And you don't realise it until it's presented to you. You don't know what...
Yeah, maybe that's it. I actually just don't know anything about her backstory.
And it seems like it's going to be a big deal. Like, there's a website already up and running. It looks proper, legit, yes. And I think
Alexandra Burke
she's amazing.
Is very talented. And she's probably not going to put her name to something that doesn't have a good, solid script.
Yeah, I think. And she will be brilliant. Yeah. So I'm delighted for her. Also, Midnight, the musical, casting has been announced for it. This bold new musical created by Todrick Hall, which premieres from the 11th to the 15th of November. Oh, hold on, that's already been at Sadler's Wells. It's described as a sweeping story of love, conflict, and the search of understanding. But the reason it pricked my attention was that they announced that Broadway and West End stars Rachel Tucker and Ayanna George are to join the cast. Yeah. But that's already happened in Sadler's Wells, so let's hope that there's lots of wee videos out there of Tucker with the tea doing her thing. Yeah. Last but not least, very exciting, Luke Evans.
Yeah, I love him.
Of movie fame, will be making his Broadway debut in Rocky Horror.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great choice.
This is class.
I think that's a great choice.
He's going to be playing Frankenfurter. Yeah. In Sam Pinkelton's revival at the Roundabout Theatre on the 26th of March, with official opening night billed for the 23rd of April.
I think he'll be great.
I agree. I think he'll be wonderful. I want to see him do more musicals.
Okay.
And he loves musical theatre. Oh, yeah. Like, loves it. But he hasn't done very much other than Gaston, really.
Yeah, did he do something else?
Did he?
Like, concert-wise?
Maybe, yeah.
Speaking of concert...
What?
A concert that came out last year and that we got very excited about.
Oh, you're talking about Something Rotten.
Something Rotten. Again, it's a limited run. It does have your not mate in it.
I just struggle with Jason Manford.
But again, I'm hoping that it's a limited run. At least it's the performance. At least it's the actual musical.
Yeah. It might get extended.
It might get extended.
When's it opening? Do you know?
Can't remember the dates. I'm so sorry.
Okay then.
But yeah.
We all know who takes their musical theatre news
that's
serious.
your domain, mister.
I don't want to do... I mean, what more do you want me to do?
Don't go there, mister. Anyway.
If I give you more musical theatre news, we'd be here all night.
No, I know. That was great. That was good.
That's
Have you got anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I'm not giving you any more music.
Okay, what are we doing this week? And do you want to do a little dance for us?
No.
No, you okay? I thought you would have been dancing for joy.
My tap days are behind me.
No, they're not.
They are very much so.
Okay. Well, we're doing one of your faves.
Yeah, I love this musical. Yeah.
Yeah, Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Yeah, that's what they sometimes call me. To be fair.
Modern Millie. Full disclosure.
What?
I learnt loads because I didn't really know this musical.
Did you? How did you not know this musical?
As in, that was my learning. Was actually listening to this musical.
How have you not listened to it already?
I've listened, but I didn't know the storyline.
Okay.
I haven't watched the film or anything.
I haven't watched the film either, to be fair, but I have done the show. I've choreographed it. Yeah, and I learned an awful lot at the time, to be honest, just because it in itself is teaching and talking about change and like, a period of time when things did change and fashions changed and ideals changed and all of that. So it was quite exciting and good learning experience at the time. Oh my goodness, I mean, I can't even fathom how many years ago I worked on this show, but it was a long time ago.
It must have been like quite close to whenever it first came out then, was it?
Oh, give over.
Okay.
No,
anyway,
not
1967.
Honest to goodness.
No.
Are you just here to like give me a hard time tonight in this episode?
No, I mean like whenever it came to the UK, it was like 2005.
Don't you start.
Okay. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, like me, it is based on the 1967 musical starring Julie Andrews. And it is an American musical, romantic comedy. It was based on Chrysanthemum. Okay. Which opened in London in 1956.
And that was a British musical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the music it's a 2000 musical, even though the film was 1967. The music is by Jeanine Tesori.
Yep, the most prolific and honoured female theatrical composer in history with 5 Broadway musicals and 6 Tony nominations.
So she does
2 Tony Awards.
She
and
is
5 Grammy Award nominations.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
so she's
like her.
For Caroline or Change, Fun Home, and Kimberly Akimbo.
And she also was Shrek.
And Shrek as well. I forgot about Shrek. Because those 3 that I've mentioned are Shrek, they all have like heart to them.
Yeah.
Well, Shrek obviously has a bit of heart to it as well.
And a bit heavy.
And they're a bit heavy. Well, Thoroughly Modern Millie, it isn't. So this is quite like a light one. Lyrics are by Dick Scanlan.
Yep.
And book by Richard Morris as well as Dick Scanlan.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a 2000 musical.
Yeah, it tells the story of a small-town girl, Millie Dilmont, who arrives in New York City determined to leave her curls behind and become a modern. To this end, she has a haircut, buys flapper dresses, and enrolls in a stenography, which is a shorthand school. That's what I kind of learned. Didn't know what stenography was or what a stenographer was. She takes a room with a buoyant Mrs. Mears, who is secretly targeting orphaned women to sell on as slave labour. Yes, there are things to talk about in this musical.
Yes.
Into this setup walks Miss Dorothy Brown, a naive young orphan who wishes to become an actress. Dorothy and Millie become friends, and Millie explains her true aim in coming to New York, which is to find work as a secretary, fall in love with her boss, and then marry him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It is in style a comic.
Yes.
comic pastiche, really.
Yeah, and this is what I learned as well, like the meaning of that. So even though obviously the film was 1967, it's set in the 1920s, but the music, the musical, it aims to capture that 1920s feel, but it's using original score with a much later date.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that there was an actual word for
Which
that.
is really clever and also really fun to work on stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can have great fun with pastiche. Do you know what I mean? The film that you've mentioned a couple of times, 1986, it won the Academy Award for music and was nominated for 6 others. Julie Andrews, as you said, starred as Millie Delmont, and she had recently appeared in Mary Poppins and Sound of Music, so she was a big international movie star and was sure to draw in the crowds to this new movie. However, it was hard to say which of the ladies came out ahead in the end, due to it being such a strong lineup and such strong backing performances, which were delivered by Carol Channing and Beatrice Lillie.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a big, you know,
female heavy, which is always lovely to see.
Yeah, it's a great musical for females.
Yeah.
There's so many good female parts in it.
Yeah, and that's it. There's not one part that's a bit weaker.
No.
You know, they've all got really, really good songs.
Yeah.
It first opened in 2000 in La Jolla Playhouse, which is in San Diego.
Yeah.
La Jolla is the most beautiful area.
You've been?
Yes. Then we had 2002 Broadway, 2003 US tour. It was in West End in 2003, and then the UK tour 2005, and then revived for another tour in 2017, and kind of hasn't really been
I
about.
mean, and I think we will probably talk about why maybe it isn't.
Yes.
It doesn't get outings very often, and I certainly would. And I feel it's such a shame because it's such a great, like, there's so many good bits to this musical. But I think nowadays, like, I just don't think you could do Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Well, I've got some suggestions on maybe how some directors have tried to get around it.
Okay.
So we'll discuss that. But I suppose the biggest thing we should mention is this show launched Sutton Foster.
Indeed. And the story to launching Sutton Foster is quite incredible. So right back to the workshops that went on in 1999 and then the out-of-town tryouts and things like that, Kristen Chenoweth was involved in the cast as Millie Delmont. Now, despite nurturing the role throughout the workshops, she then did not continue with the role of Millie in order to pursue her own sitcom. So she got offered a part in,
I think it was Pushing Daisies.
I think you're right. And that was too big of an opportunity for her. So she left. She was replaced by Erin Dilly. But prior to public previews, Sutton Foster, who was her understudy, was then chosen to assume the title role. And that was a move that then propelled her to stardom.
Yeah.
You know,
crazy, isn't it?
What is also crazy is she only had 9 days before the first preview to prepare to open as Millie.
Yeah.
Like,
just shows you like how super talented she is.
Like completely amazing. It was meant to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But like, as big Broadway stars, that story is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
For Sutton, you know.
Whenever you think of early days Sutton, I suppose because you think of her in the Millie sort of outfit.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that was like
and
that
the
was
bob.
her, that was her big break.
And like to sing those songs, like she couldn't have had a better role to showcase herself for the first time.
True.
You know, like what a strong character, what really strong songs. Like incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. And so exciting. Isn't it great when, like, you know, there are like call-up stories like that. Okay, you're on, kid. Yeah. It's like proper 42nd Street in real life.
42nd Street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just shows you that, like, if you're meant to get the lead, you will, because it'll come up.
And listen, like, the original Broadway production won 6 Tonys and 5 Drama Desk Awards, including Best Musical at both ceremonies, and Sutton Foster won Best Actress in a musical in
Best
both.
Leading Actress, Crazy.
Yeah, class. Really
yeah.
good. Also, like West End production, it opened in the Shaftesbury Theatre, and that was due to the success of the original Broadway production. The original creative team, which included director Michael Mayer, who also then went on to direct Spring Awakening, and choreographer Rob Ashford. They were reunited to stage the show in London, and UK TV personality Amanda Holden starred in the title role. With, when you hear this, for a supporting cast, Maureen Lipman and Marty Webb alternated Mrs. Mears.
That's right.
And then when Marty Webb left Thoroughly Modern Millie because she was cast in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Tell Me on a Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who came in to play Mrs. Mears, but Anita Dobson.
Wonderful.
Like amazing. But despite positive reviews and booking periods being extended to January 2005, so it opened in 2003, October 2003, it extended to 2005. It did fail to catch the UK public's attention and closed in June 2004.
Yeah. I think it's...
I would never close that show.
You would never close that show.
No.
So, well, tell us about, like, you working on it then.
Oh, well, before I do that, do you know Whoopi Goldberg's involvement?
No.
So, Whoopi Goldberg is credited as one of the producers.
Oh.
So, the Tony win for Best Musical in 2002 earned Whoopi Goldberg her T in her EGOT status.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that a cool fact?
Wonder why she got on board. I'm always intrigued.
Yeah, I know
people's
it's a bit like Oprah Winfrey is so heavily involved in like Colour Purple.
Yeah.
But then she was in the film, wasn't she? Yeah.
Interesting.
So my involvement was like, I started choreographing when I was like 16, but I would have choreographed for, companies that I was involved in myself or, had links to. And that was really my stumping ground, like my learning ground. And Thoroughly Modern Millie was the first time that company that I had nothing to do with contacted me and asked me if I'd be interested in coming to choreograph for them. So it was really very much the first time I'd stepped out of any comfort zone or comfort blanket that I had. So it was a big deal for me. Yeah. And for a choreography, Thoroughly Modern Millie is a big show, like really big. And there was tap, and I was going to a company that hadn't tapped before and didn't know how to tap. And it was really very exciting. And the tap number in Thoroughly Modern Millie is when, they're writing the letter. The letter.
Yeah.
So, and like, it was really fun to play about with using your feet to make the sounds of the
typewriter.
The typewriter, yeah. And then you've obviously got Forget About the Boy, which was a big stomping tap number. But it was really fun. And, it was something I was really proud of because it was the first time I kind of put myself out there. And from there, then, I continued to work with that company. And then I, other big companies then got to know of me and my work. And then that's kind of how I got to where I am now, I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really lovely. Yeah. Like it is. So Thoroughly Modern Millie is a really important show to me. And it's quite interesting. I was covering some musical theatre classes last night, and I was working with one of the students who's preparing for her grade 8 musical theatre exam, and one of the numbers that she's doing in her programme is Forget About the Boy from Thoroughly Modern Millie, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is such an important musical for me. And I was like, I do a podcast. And she was like, I know, I listen to it. I was like, oh my goodness, you listen to a podcast? And I was like, well, listen up, because we're going to talk about Thoroughly Modern Millie in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's funny how it just like connects people. But no, it was really important for me. But I also remember absolutely poo-pooing myself at the time, going, oh my goodness, this is a big deal. I have a lot to do here. This is hard work.
At the time, were you aware of the controversial sort of topics?
No, and you know what's really sad? And I, like, in researching this, I went, oh my goodness, like this, like there are parts of, like it was of its day, of its day, but I just go, oh my goodness, like some of the plot points aren't acceptable. Yeah. But at the time, I don't know if it was because I was just like so...
You were just...
All I was thinking was the huge project I had ahead of me. Yeah, that I didn't, you know, fully go, oh gosh, hold on a minute, that's not.
And that's
really...
what I was just wondering, was there a creative choice to change the controversy?
No,
so it was done sort of how.
So like it has, like, Thoroughly Modern Millie has since become a popular choice for like high schools, but then it started to garner controversy over racial stereotyping of its Asian characters, and it has been described as a piece that walks a fine line between being entertaining and highly offensive. So the subplot of the show is one in which Mrs. Mears, a white woman, disguises herself as a Chinese woman and runs a white slavery ring with the assistance of two recently Chinese male immigrants, Ching Ho and Bung Fu, plays on the differences between satire and racism. Yes. Now, actually, in saying that, I'm not so sure we had our Mrs. Mears disguised as a Chinese woman.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. That's the main controversy, is the yellow face and the trafficking. No, she wasn't
yellow-faced. No.
So there's been lots of, obviously, productions of it, as in maybe drama productions, and a lot of ways people have tried to get around that controversy is just keeping Ching Ho and Bung Fu speak and sing only in their native language, which kind of doesn't mock it, but just allowing them to show that they are so culturally different, and they're almost... They don't know what they're doing because this woman is only speaking to them in English and they don't understand. So people have got around it that way. Also, people have tried to say about, you know, it's not white slavery. It's maybe like human trafficking, and making fun of that is really dark and violent. So people are trying to change.
I mean,
it's all very watery, isn't it? So they have changed a bit of the license in Musical Theatre International, and many directors offer solutions with this controversial material, particularly for high schools and regional theatres.
Yeah, because you can get it. Like, you can get the junior versions.
Yes.
I would love to know what's been scripted in those junior versions.
Yeah, so she is no longer disguised as a Chinese woman. The director can choose a non-racial, non-offensive stereotype for her failed actress persona.
Yeah.
So they give some examples, such as she could be an aging Southern belle.
Okay.
With a thick comedic accent.
Yeah.
Or she could be...
But is she still trafficking orphans?
Well... There's that part as well. Like, how do you get around that sort of main thing? They do say, this is all in the, you know, information that they give you. The goal is to keep the necessary plot point that she failed as an actress, and she's using these not so good skills in an over the top stagey disguise to evade police. So then you remove the racism part. And then I think there is a part about the trafficking. But yeah, I think it's one of those ones, it's a very fine line. How do you do it now trying to just get cheap laughs?
And that's the thing for a subplot. It's such a shame that a subplot, it does, and I think it does, rightfully so, reduce the number of people willing to do it or to revive it.
Yeah, I think they've said trying to reframe Ching Ho and Bong Fu's characters.
Yeah.
This strategy focuses on enhancing the dignity and anti-racist subtext of the brothers by them not knowing what is going on, and making sure that they're cast as Asian actors, and making sure that the brothers are played it with truth and integrity. The production should also clearly contrast the racial absurdity of her act. I really play the fact that she is being, insane, and not the brothers. So it should never be any laughs from them, and almost turn them into heroes. So I think, but at what point then are you completely changing that subplot?
Yeah, but I know, but it's a subplot. That's the thing. Like, it is a subplot. Like, the main story is Millie Dilmont, like, coming to NYC and like completely
changing,
flourishing because she's embraced this new lifestyle, and all of that kind of that love triangle. It's not really a love triangle of she is intent on
marrying rich, and she marrying her,
marrying her, what's her name? Her boss, but then meeting Jimmy and then falling in love with Jimmy, and then Dorothy falling for her boss, and I think that's enough. However, Mrs. Mears is a brilliant character. Like, you would want to keep that field actress kind of character. It's just about how do you write her back into the show, which isn't this underlying racism. You could get rid of the racism by just having her as a field actress with like, a scornful character, but you just need to have something that she's after Dorothy's money or something, like make Dorothy
you could do
rich, and
something like that.
I would love them to do a rewrite, to be quite honest with you.
I think it probably needs it, doesn't it?
Because there's so much good about the show that it's such a shame that nobody does the show anymore because of this subplot. And Mrs. Mears is a great character, and her number that she sings about, when she was an actress, is so good. But just get rid of the trafficking.
Let's just get rid of that and the racism. Some people have said as well that, in director's notes, that they can include or deliver a pre-show announcement and contextualize the production.
Of course.
So, and also address that it's historical setting and acknowledge the controversy. And also, if you're doing it for a student production, in high school or something, use it as a way to
educate
and talk about the themes of racism and stereotyping and human trafficking, and get local charities who support those in and have those conversations, so something good could come of it. So
100%. And I suppose you have to be, and I am one of these people. Like, there are so many of the golden age musicals that have similar issues, and I think it is wrong to just forget about them and never show that. Like, I still think South Pacific's the most wonderful musical. I still think it's a great show to do. Do you no longer do South Pacific because of the racial tones in it? I think it's what you've just said about that pre-show announcement. It is important. We live in such a woke society now that, most people are like, no, you can't do it. And it's like, but hold on a wee minute.
How can we do this, and how can we also highlight that we understand that it was wrong,
learn from it,
and by making sure Mrs. Mears is not being racist, and she changed her character completely, and still keep not the slave trade type thing going on, but maybe is it that she's like stealing money from people and she's getting them.
She's a crook.
You change it like that, and then say, and the reason why this has changed is because whenever this was originally done, and still address it.
What did we learn apart from everything that we've just talked about?
Everything there in Not for the Life of Me. There is the mention of Brother Brooks, which is probably a reference to Brooks Brothers, who were the USA luxury clothing brand. So I learned that.
There was a lot of fashion. I was like, went over my head at the time. It was, In Thoroughly Modern Millie, they think it's odd and Sodom and Gomorrah. So in the Old Testament, Sodom, you would know this maybe. I didn't know this. Sodom and Gomorrah Gomorrah were two cities in ancient times that were completely destroyed by God due to their lust and poor treatment of visiting angels. Have I got that factually correct? In the song, the women say that traditional people think their new styles, because it's all about the new style, the flapper dresses, the bobbed hair. They think that their new styles are just as promiscuous and lost from faith as the cities were thousands of years ago. So that's just the reference to that. They sing about raise your skirts and bob your hair. Probably the biggest association with the 1920s. The new hair, the dress styles captivated the modern world as they became popular due to their freeing nature and boyish look with the revolution. It was the revolution of the decade, departing from the previous decades of women having to wear big skirts with many undergarments and longer hair that was always kept up.
Yeah. So the bobbin hair stopped that need for time spent on appearance, I suppose, like in that way, because there was a lot of time spent on.
I think a bobbed haircut's amazing. Like I really like a bobbed haircut.
And
did you have a bob once upon a time?
Yeah, I still kind of go for, it's at that stage where it needs cut, you know, it's kind of shorter at the back and longer at the front, like that. Raising hemlines also entering the workforce and just trying to become more modern, and that obviously the raising hemlines and the bob also meant that you were getting ready for work quicker and stuff like that.
They also sing about painting lips and pencil lining your brow. Now is quite respectable. So before the jazz age, lipstick and other pieces of makeup were correlated with prostitutes instead of fashionable women. However, once the 1920s rolled in and brought new ideas of style and beauty, elaborate makeup became more respectable and started to become common products. Most modern women owned, setting a trend that lasted to the modern day.
Forever.
Bands are getting jazzier. The 1920s was most famously coined as that jazz age, because during this time, jazz music was born and took over the nation, quite a difference from the ballroom songs of before.
There
you go.
I kind of learnt as well just about how much Millie wanted one thing, and then out of nowhere she's kind of, and through her I Want song, Gimme Gimme, though I keep always wanting to say Gimme 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 because of that TV show.
Gimme Gimme, that thing called love. I could be a Sutton Foster impersonator. I need it. Gimme.
So classic I Want song, but with a twist. She does start believing that she wants the money and the status, and it's kind of how the whole thing's been going until she realizes that she's truly in love with Jimmy, and like everything has been a facade. And it's almost that realization moment as well, isn't it?
But that moment in the show when he turns the corner and he meets her for the first time, it's like ding. I actually think in the musical, like there's a ding.
Oh,
that's
really?
what I mean. That pastiche is like
so
ding.
Okay, cute.
Really cute.
And also from there, like I said, you know, she had these big plans and this modern plan of, I'm just going to fall in love with my boss. You know, I'm not going to fall in love for love. I'm going to fall in love because he's going to be rich and he's going to provide for me, and that's going to be perfect. And then she does embrace a more emotional desire. You know,
she's a brilliant character.
Yeah, she is good. Character. Like, and I suppose you could have a lot of. I suppose a bit like Adelaide as well, isn't it? She could like get a really comedic actress for that role and just really go to the extreme with it.
And I kind of feel that's what we did with the production I was in. Like the actress who played Millie has funny bones. And she was funny and she brought the comedy as well as the vocals. In How the Other Half Lives, which is Miss Dorothy's song, she sings, I'll take the oyster and the pearl, pinching pennies and clipping coupons. And in 1922, the coupon clipping, well, it was like the coupon clipping era. Like it was a good way of saving money.
I love a good
You
coupon.
love a coupon, don't you?
I love a
Whereas
coupon.
I can't be bothered. I, honest to goodness, can't be bothered.
Oh, I am in every sort of like sign up for our loyalty club, like do this. I love it.
But you have to be a really organised person.
Yeah.
To keep on top of your coupons, and I'm not organised enough. So a coupon, it comes and goes, and I've missed the deadline. Do you know what I mean? Like it's pointless.
I would love to be, and I used to get addicted to watching those programs, like Stream Couponers in America, where they literally like buy all of this stuff, and then at the end of it, they're like, "Okay, your £1,000 shop or $1,000 shop is now a penny."
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Well, my best thing is going to Asda and getting £2 off sweets. I'm like, yes, I've won at life.
You're so funny. I love now that the closest I get to coupon clipping is like the stamps you get in your coffee card. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, free coffee. That's as close as I get to coupon clipping, let me tell you.
Stamps on your rationing card or something.
No, I'm not that old. How dare you? She also sings A Belitza Class, I Long to Pass, Maximilian, Delphinius, Belitz, 1852, that's so wrong pronunciation, to 1921, was a linguistic and the founder of the Belitz language schools.
Oh, okay.
So it was a global education company founded in 1878, known for a language learning method that I thought this was interesting, that emphasizes immersion and conversation from day one rather than the traditional grammar translation.
That's what I'm currently doing in my Irish classes.
I know.
Oh.
There you go. She also sings about fair weather friends. What's a fair weather friend?
Like a friend that's only there whenever the weather's good?
Person who stops being a friend in times of difficulty. Yeah, so when the weather's good. Yeah. The opposite is, what's the opposite of a fair weather friend? Stormy weather friend.
Oh.
It's also mentioned in the number.
Okay.
They Don't Know, Mrs. Mears song. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I don't have anything from it, but go for it.
What do you have from?
No, I don't.
You're done?
No, that's me.
So Mrs. Mears, as I said, she longs to be back in her actress days. Hilarious. The song is brilliant. She sings They Don't Know I'm Hotter News Than Deuce, Helen Hayes, and Bernhardt, all in one. So, do you know who these people were?
No, tell me.
Deuce, or D-U-S-E, I think. Eleonora Deuce was an Italian actress, best known for her tragic roles, particularly in plays by Ibsen, your mate.
I love Ibsen.
Lauren loved Henrik Ibsen in school, and he drove me to drink.
At age 16.
At the age of 16, I didn't mind. It's all for entertainment. But let's just say, was he Caucasian Chalk Circle? That nonsense. Ghosts. Oh, that bloody awful play that we had to go and watch. And I was like, this is 4 hours of my life I'll never go. It was a long play.
That play was terrible.
It was a long play too.
That was terrible. I did write, and I remember I had to write a review, and I said, Henrik Ibsen is glad he's a ghost, so he didn't have to suffer this ghostly production.
You missed a trick. I'm telling you, I have no idea why you didn't become a theatre critic.
Because I'm terrible at grammar.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Helen Hayes. She mentioned she was an American actress. I thought she was quite interesting, often referred to as the First Lady of American theatre. She was the second person and the first woman to win an EGOT.
And why do we not know her name more?
I know. And isn't it interesting, in the one episode we've mentioned the EGOT status twice?
See, are we doing that?
What a link to Thoroughly Modern Millie the EGOT has. Who would have thought? And then Sarah Bernhardt, French actress, best known for her portrayal of Cordelia in King Lear.
I thought that.
Yeah. I thought you would know that one.
I knew that, actually. Very good.
Yeah. What do I need with love?
Yeah.
I want it. She sings. Jimmy sings.
Yeah.
I'm a Joe with just one aim. Every night to stay a different dame. I
Every
wanted
night
to be
I'm with a different dame.
every night to date a different dame.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I got
No,
tripped
it's
over
just
my
what I
words.
heard.
But Joe and dame, two common slang terms in the 1920s to refer to man and woman. So the men were known as Joes, and the women, that's self-explanatory, the women bit. But Joe.
Very good.
And Jimmy was singing that. Joe and Jimmy.
Joe and
Best
Jimmy.
mates. I love it. What do you need with love?
Oh, good music. Good music.
Give me palpitations at the time. But there's like a dance number, or they like go to a club, and the title of that song is The Nutty Cracker Suite.
Oh, really?
And I thought that's really cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. And then a rumble or a fight breaks out, and they end up locked up.
Yeah.
And then that's when he sings about falling for Millie.
He loves her.
Yeah. I turned the corner.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do you have any standing ovations?
The show, Sutton Foster.
Yeah.
Not for the life of me, Jimmy, oh Jimmy. Or forget about that boy. Or gimme that thing called love. I need it.
Okay. We're
also,
still going.
can we take a moment just to remember Gavin Creel?
Yeah.
Because Gavin Creel played the original Jimmy in Broadway.
Yeah.
And he, on the cast recording, is just beautiful.
Yeah, he is.
What do I need with love? His voice just like soars. And I think that was the first time I
came across him.
And when I say I was obsessed with that cast recording, I was obsessed. And I was obsessed with him and his voice, and that I turned the corner and what do I need with love?
Yeah, his voice is lovely. Another one where I quite like the overture. I know.
Blooming hair. Two episodes in a row.
2 in a row.
Am I slowly but surely turning you?
I think it must
Does this mean that we can do our top 10 overtures soon?
Next year, yeah.
Soon, next year. I suppose Christmas is really... Oh, would it be an idea to do it to open our season 4?
Perfect.
Open it of a new season.
We're already planned.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We normally plan our next season over a wee mulled wine and a mince pie.
No, there we go. Well, we can still do that now. We just don't have to talk shop. Yes, I do like Forget About the Boy, and I do like Jimmy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're good songs. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a rewrite or just a new way of reframing.
A very clever director, writer to come in and just smooth out those problematic subplots. Yeah. Because it's such a fabulous music. Like, it really is. I don't think I have ranted and raved about a musical on this podcast like this for a while.
No, not like in a... Yeah, one that you probably haven't done a lot of, or you haven't been involved. You know, it's not like you've choreographed it 3 or 4 times or something.
Like, I love it.
Yeah. That's good. Go listen to it, guys.
I'm going to listen to it again on the way home.
Okay, what would Pate do?
What would Sutton do? Let's do Sutton, because it is...
What would Sutton do? And I do... Okay. Would you rather... No, this is within a very short period of time. A bit like Sutton. You've got 9 days.
9 days.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
So would you rather, and you're the main role.
Obviously.
Of course. Learn how to juggle in 9 days and perform it to a full dance number.
Yeah.
Or learn how to dance on stilts.
Oh, those are really hard. I don't know if I would be able to do either of them.
You've got 9 days. 9 days, or
I think I'd have to do the stilts, because
hurt.
Genuinely, I don't think I can juggle. Like, I have tried in the past and it doesn't go well. Like, I cannot. The hand-eye coordination doesn't seem to be there for me.
That surprises me, and you're a really good dancer.
No, genuinely, it really upsets me. It's the same as skipping. I can't skip. I don't know how to skip, like skipping rope. I cannot do it. It's so frustrating.
And you
frustrating.
So you don't think in 9 days you would be able to learn how to juggle? You think you'd be able to learn how to dance on stilts?
I think so.
Oh Oh my gosh, there's no way. I would not have the balance or the coordination
But
for stilts.
my balance is okay.
Yeah, no,
And I think my bottom half is better than my top half, maybe.
Okay.
Like I'm clearly better with my legs and my feet than I am with my arms and my hands.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But I
Okay.
just know that I've tried to juggle before and it's been a disaster. And then I get frustrated and I just throw the juggling balls.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I'd be all right on the stilts, wouldn't I?
Okay. Well, then you do the stilts and I'll do the juggling. And we got ourselves a show.
What a team. This is why we work so well. We complement each other in so many ways.
So many ways. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, whenever
Do you think the Greatest Showman are still looking for like circus performers? Because that could be our next kind of like gig.
Yeah, probably. But once they hear this, the phone will
let's
be ringing off
we know
the
how
hook.
we know how this podcast works. We put it out there into the ether, and all of a sudden, miraculously, it's happening.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll just the phone will be ringing off the hook.
Maybe
now,
don't
of course.
say that too loud now that I'm thinking about me instead. So it could be a bit dangerous. It could end up in a neck brace or something.
I know, it's very brave.
It is brave. What can I say? I'm a daredevil.
Well, thank you for listening.
Let's go and practice. You got
Okay.
your juggling balls versus stilts?
I actually do have juggling balls.
Have you got your stilts?
No.
Brilliant. I'm away to practice. I might be here next week. Either that or I'll have broke my neck. Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in as the memories grow.